Hi everyone, and welcome to what will probably not be a very fun or exciting trucking vlog here. This is the home load vlog, because obviously you can tell from the title, or whatever. But this is going to be my home load for September, and this is probably going to be a two-parter, so this is the first part, obviously. Wow. I just spent a whole 30 seconds explaining everything that was in the title. Anyways, so yeah, trying to get home for September. I've been out on the road for almost 4 weeks now, which has been blah, to say the least. The reason I had to do 4 weeks is because I have a hunting event that I'm hosting this upcoming weekend. It's currently Saturday, so a week from today. And in order for everything to be timed out and to have my time off, I had to do 4 weeks instead of 2 or 3 weeks, unfortunately. So that is where we have landed ourselves here. So, whatever. And I scheduled myself to get home on Tuesday, so I'd have a few days, R&R, do the hunting event over the weekend, have Monday off, and then get back on the road the following Tuesday. That was my plan. So I just made a delivery earlier this morning here in Indianapolis, and it was nice because this past several days I've been staying within the Chicago area. Everything was going smoothly, and then they give me this load. So I got a deadhead all the way to Coshocton, Ohio, which is where the craft plant is. Pick up a preloaded trailer, which allegedly is going to be ready tomorrow morning at 6. I'm not holding my breath for that one because I know how that place is. Always late and overweight, late. Yeah, so that's not good. And then that is going down to Union City, Georgia, which is on the southwest side of Atlanta, for a Tuesday morning delivery. Now, the good thing is it's a drop, so I can get there as early as I want. But on the downside, my 70-hour clock is running pretty low. I've got 9 hours to work with today, which I guess I'm going to use about 4 of it to get to Coshocton. Tomorrow I have 7, so that's what, Sunday I'll get back 7, Monday I'll get back just under 10, Tuesday I'll get back 9, so I guess not terrible, but those aren't full days worth of driving, so not the most ideal, to say the least. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I guess the big thing is figuring out when the trailer will be ready and going from there. Of course, by the time I get to Coshocton from Indianapolis, I know the KLLM yard dog, if you want to call him, he will already be done for the day, so I'm probably gonna write a little. I think he works tomorrow on Sunday. I don't know. So this is going to be a big fun, we'll see what happens. And the more frustrating thing is the fact that I called up the dispatch, and there's this new guy. He's been working there. I think he's new or something. I haven't really dealt with him until here lately, and he's. I guess I shouldn't rant too much because, as for now, I want to keep this job. So I guess I shouldn't badmouth too much, but it's just a little frustrating where I can tell there's a disconnect between, the planners, the dispatch, and then local dispatch. So, and then of course, not my problem if we don't figure out when you get home. It's like, I've been out, I guess we're going to go into a little bit of a mini rant here, but of course, this has also been driver appreciation week, so it's like, we care about our drivers and whatnot, and it's just a standard corporate mumbo jumbo of, oh, here's a message, and thank you, and oh, if you're at the terminal, have some food. It's like, great. That really makes me feel appreciated. I don't know about some of the other drivers out there, but it's just like, I'd rather have nothing at all than this fake ass emails and shit. I mean, I used to work in corporate, so I know how all that shit goes, and it's just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Nobody gives a damn. So if we're out here, doing all this shit, and it's like, we'd like to go home or something, and it's like, gives me the biggest, well, your home time's scheduled for Tuesday, and I'm like, yeah, I know, that's when the load's supposed to get delivered. I can't get from Georgia to Kentucky in a single day. Well, I guess technically I could, but that's not the point, so it's just like, that makes me grind my teeth. Alright, as you can see, I'm already in a great mood to start this trip, so no, this is gonna go well. Oh, give me strength. I feel like there was more, but I probably should just shut up for now. Successfully made it to my fuel stop here. It was a nice 3.5 hours. I still got about another hour and a half to go until I get to Coshocton. Unfortunately, because they're doing continuous road work on Ohio 16 up there by Coshocton, I have to take some back roads, a little windy, whatnot. They are truck routes. I have done it several times. It's not that bad. It's just, with some of those curves, you gotta be really careful because you can't see, and you gotta take out both of those lanes. So it's a little hairy, to say the least. And unfortunately, it adds. I timed it roughly, I want to say another 15-20 minutes to the drive. So what to do? But on the bright side, when I am leaving, the westbound portion of the road is not blocked, so that's at least something, right? Alright. Let's just get there and get this over with. I did think it out, and if I get home, next Thursday, that won't be the absolute worst. Even Friday won't be ideal, but I guess it's okay, as long as I'm home and able to go Saturday morning do my hunting thing. So it's just a little frustrating, if you plan stuff out and they can't get you home. But oh well. Successfully made it here to the drop lot. I actually caught up to that guy. He was being a little slow on the country roads, and it was I caught up to him right as they ended. I know the people that passed me in the straight area, right by the wildlife area, were pissed. It was a Mercedes convertible and an older Mustang convertible, so they were pissed that they caught up to him. But funny enough, as I watched him pull in, I actually did a trailer swap with him a couple days ago. I didn't have enough hours on my clock, so he grabbed the trailer for me to make that delivery going up to Wisconsin. So it's kind of funny to see him here. The coincidence of that is it's amazing. So that's kind of funny. And I'll admit, even though the country roads did take a little while longer, it was nice to do it. It's a nice scenic drive, and it's good for me to sharpen and keep my country road driving skills from back in the day when I was doing Dollar General. So I guess I can't complain that much, right? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this trailer. I'm gonna see, on the very off chance that the trailer I'm picking up is ready. I highly doubt it, but there are a couple loaded trailers I see here, so doesn't hurt to check. So there were 3 other Union City trailers here, but none of them matched my BOL number. for the sake of due diligence, I'm going to go ahead and drive down to the actual craft plant and see what they have to say, because I was talking to that guy and he was acting like they don't work here on Sundays. So I don't know if that's correct, because the last time I was here I thought they did. So might as well just drive down there and take a gander, and then see what they have to say, and then I guess call dispatch and see what they have to say, and then yeah. I'm here at the plant, and obviously there's a KLM truck that is sealed, which is not good news. Most likely means that he is either overweight or improperly loaded for weight distribution. That is not a good foreboding sign for how this is going to go. I'm not excited. There has been one time where I came here and had to get a trailer reworked. I picked up the trailer, I think it was like Saturday evening, and I had to wait till Monday morning for them to rework it, which was awful. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. But and I guess with that logic, that means they don't work Sunday, but I could have sworn, I don't know. That went basically as poorly as it could have gone. I asked the lady and she was like, well, all of your trailers are up there at the yard. And I was like, well, I know that, but can you check on this specific load? She's like, when's it supposed to be ready by? And I said, tomorrow morning. And she said, well, we have the people coming later tonight and throughout the morning to load. And I was like, okay, that's great, but can you still check on this load? Because this wouldn't have been the first time where I've come up here and someone else takes the wrong trailer because they see the city, but they don't check the BOL number to cross-reference it. So she was just like so confused by me saying that, and I was just like, oh, this is a total waste of time. So I'm back up here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, and I guess get up at 6 in the morning and see where the hell that takes me. So it is currently 6:30 in the morning. Trailer should have been ready at 6. The KLM day cab is clearly missing. So that is a good sign that he is working today. I don't know if he's made any runs back to here. I can't tell if they're new trailers or those are all just the empties that people brought overnight, because I only see 2 reefer lights on over there in the distance, and this camera doesn't do a damn thing. So it looks like, yeah, I only see 2. I guess I'll double check. Oh, there you can see it. Yeah, you can see there are 2. And I think those are those 2 Union Cities that I saw last night or yesterday afternoon. So I don't think he's come back up here with any loaded trailers. I finally spoke to the guy. He showed up a little bit after I did my walk around, and luckily I will be the next trailer he pulls back up here, so that is good. I don't know. In theory, it should be him driving down there with the empty and then coming back with my loaded trailer. So hopefully that is the case. So we shall see. And I did chat with him for a bit. You know, he's an older guy. I think he's the only guy that works up here doing the shuttling. By the way, that little Freightliner Cascadia day cab that he drives, it's a pretty new truck, but it's a manual. It's pretty neat. I assume they, you know, he has some tenured experience here, so they let him have a manual. So, you know, good for him. But yeah, we were talking. He was just ranting about how some guy left a bloody beef-filled trailer here, and it sat and had a bunch of maggots and everything. It's like, damn, that's a bit rough, because this is one of those strict places where you gotta wash it and fill it up before you drop it. and they are super strict about it, so it's a little rough. So I apologize, my hair is just getting out of control. I need to cut it when I go home, so obviously I'm gonna be messing with it like a fucking child here throughout this video, so I do apologize for that. But the other thing I wanted to note is, if you remember in the beginning of the video, I was ranting about, you know, how it was Driver Appreciation Week and everything, and, you know, I'll admit, I was able to be at Burns Harbor to get a free lunch. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video, so whoop-de-freaking-do. And I was scrolling through Facebook, and I noticed that, of course, somehow this, obviously I didn't notice. I would have, unfortunately, the main dude in Burns Harbor was there, so I had to sit down and be a social person there, and of course photo got snapped, so now that's plastered all over the internet, so that's great. Ironically, I'm ranting about this on a video that's going onto YouTube, but nobody watches these videos, so it's a little different. No, but it is funny because they wrote, you know, they were talking about it being Friday, and that was actually Thursday, to be precise, because that morning I had a lot of stuff I was dealing with, and then I got to the yard, and immediately after going to the yard, I had to go do a drug test, and then after the drug test, I was like, oh, I have a little bit of free time, let me have this lunch, and due to my brake and everything being all messed up, I couldn't make on-time delivery for the trailer that I picked up, which actually was the trailer that I picked up and swapped with that guy that I saw yesterday, because that was yeah, so Thursday, not Friday. I won't say anything, but it's just funny. Okay, I know I'm rambling and bored and unbelievably have actual energy, even though it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So enough of that. We are squared away, ready to go once he is here with the trailer, so that is good. My fuel stop is down in Calhoun, Georgia. So I don't know if I'll make it. That's 567 miles, and for today I only have just about 10.5 on my 70, so it's not looking very promising that I'll make it, so I'll probably have to sleep somewhere in the Chattanooga area. I mean, hopefully I make it that far, because there's a truck stop there's a Pilot in Dalton that I really like, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. We are good to go. Trailer looks good. So it is 37,000 pounds, but it says my gross weight is 42,000 pounds, so I'm not 100% sure where the math ain't mathin' there, but I guess we'll see. Tandems are slid all the way up, so I have a feeling I'm going to have to slide them back at least a little bit. So, oh well. I guess we'll see. But anyways, we are good to go. Hopefully we will be okay, because the reefer is a little low on fuel. But, oh well. We will play that by ear. First things first is going and getting this scaled. Luckily the truck is at 7/8, so we know that we can burn off fuel if we need to or something. So I don't know, I felt like I was going somewhere with that, but obviously I completely lost it. Okay, not terrible. We definitely, since tandems are almost all the way forward, we definitely have quite a bit of room to work with, so that's good. We know that it'll be okay. Also, it started raining right as I left. I was like, ooh, good timing, and it cleared up by the time I got here, so that means I get to slide my tandems while not getting absolutely soaked. so that is also nice. And yes, I am reversing off the scale to slide my tandems, so I don't have to make a big loop-de-loop around here. Definitely not the way you're supposed to do it, but it's not my problem. Okay, I slid it 6 holes back, so that should even me out. You know, I don't want to leave it too heavy on one or the other. Just to not make it look super, because if you're super heavy on one or the other, it kind of looks a little sus. So there we go, almost dead even. Nice. So we are good. I'm gonna go ahead and run inside, use the restroom, and then grab some snacks. So I have them up here in the up here with me while I'm driving, and then we shall see how far I make it. Probably not super far.
0.1 mile ahead, turn right on Ohio 37 West Lancaster Road Southwest.
With how timing is and everything, I'm really debating on whether or not I'll take a siesta later today, because I do not want to deal with Atlanta traffic Monday morning, tomorrow morning. Oops. Let's fudge that one up. So I don't know. I guess we'll just see how I feel later today. But I do want to kind of make it as far as I can. That would be nice. Successfully arrived to the rest stop here, just north of, north of Lexington. I guess technically this is Georgetown, I will say. Stopped to use the restroom, stretch my legs for a second, and get some more water. Just doing a little bit of calculations here. So I've got about 3.5 before I have to do my 30, and I have just about 6 before my 70 is up. But according to Copilot, I've got 5:40 before I get to my fuel stop. So first of all, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to my fuel stop, but I do not think that matters, because I doubt I'll find parking there at 6 o'clock on the evening. But it is Sunday, so kind of mixed potential here, so I don't know. And then the other thing is I'm debating on having a siesta later today to do to create a split break. So the quandaries I go through, I believe that I'm pretty sure I used the correct word there. But then again, I'm just overthinking it, because, like, why do I even need to be worrying? I mean, hell, if I go straight, I'll stop at like 6:30 tonight, take a 10-hour break. That means I'll get up at 4:30. It'll be about another 2 hours till I get to the destination. So I'll probably get to Shipper at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday. Appointment was for Tuesday morning, so definitely ahead of schedule. And that gives me a better success rate of potentially getting home at a reasonable day this week. So then again, it doesn't matter, because if I get there at like 6:30 in the morning, it's going to be 5:30 Central Time, and load planners will not even be in the office working. So I don't know. I guess we'll just be playing this by ear, as we always do, right? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, by the way, as I was driving through Columbus earlier today, there was a Amazon. They're not even Amazon trucks. They're the Amazon trailers pulled by these small companies, mostly foreign. You know, I'm not going to get into that whole discussion because I'm technically partially foreign myself. But anyways, he, I don't know what he did because I was trying to get onto the 271, is it 271 or 270? Whatever it is, that bypass from 70. And what he did was it looks like he completely jackknifed. The trailer was facing one direction, and he jackknifed it so hard that the cab of his truck was almost pointing the 180 degrees the other way, right before the curve. So I wonder if he didn't slow down fast enough for the curve and completely lost control of the truck, which would be odd because the curve went to the right, yet the truck jackknifed to the left. So, I don't know. But just, you know, a nice little fuck up, and then of course, you know, you see all these accidents, so it's just like, I guess, you know, it's better than me, and hopefully it doesn't happen to me, and of course, you gotta feel bad for those people as well, but it's still just, but then again, you know, with how these people drive on the road nowadays, it's just, whatever, let's go. Made it to the pilot here, Tennessee, maybe 20 miles, roughly, south of the Kentucky border. Pilot's actually over there. I probably would have been able to find parking over there, but I believe it's probably all reserved, as they have this satellite lot across the street. There's also a TA there, so I figured out, you know what, I'll stop here, I'll get something to eat, take my 30-minute break. Will this turn into a siesta? I don't know. Will I go inside to take a shower? I should, as I, you know, am visibly looking rougher and rougher as this video progresses, so yeah, I probably should take a shower since I have the opportunity to do so here, assuming they actually work. And also for the fact that I don't know 100% on where I'm going to be parking tonight. So just in case I have to sleep at a rest area or at a TA or something, we at least have the shower out of the way. So yeah, so for now it is food time. I don't know. Honestly, I'm half tempted to take my 10-hour break right now because I've got 3.5 left on my 70, 4 left on my 11. We have, let's see, 3 left on the drive to the fuel stop, and then it's going to be roughly another 2 hours to get to the actual destination. It's like 90 miles from the fuel stop, I think, so I don't know. Any way you cut it is going to suck because, you know, the more and more I drive, the more concerned I am, and the thought that I'm probably not going to find parking easily later this evening, so I guess I'll examine what parking options I have up to the fuel stop, and then just take it from there. So made it here to the pilot in, I don't know where, Tennessee. I'm about 60 miles north of Chattanooga, maybe a little closer. I figured I'm gonna stop here. This will put me approximately just a little over 3 hours from the receiver, so that's not terrible. That means I gotta start up tomorrow morning at like 3:30 for my 10-hour. I'm not excited about that one, but I figured might as well. I just know, I was watching traffic and everything, and I was seeing how awful it was getting, so I figured, you know, the further I go and the later it gets, there's no way I'm gonna find parking easily, so, or free. So I figured, you know what, let's just stop here. Hopefully the showers work here. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll see. And then, yeah, do my 10-hour here, they'll still put me at the same time I expected to be there tomorrow morning. Well, one of the times I expected, since I obviously didn't do a siesta today, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But, so what is that, like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, we'll play that one by ear. But not terrible overall. Just a ton of traffic once I got into Tennessee. Like accidents and just shit like that. And it was funny because Kentucky was so smooth and easy. Nice and smooth paved roads, 3 lanes, nice. And then the second I got into Tennessee, it was just not in Kentucky anymore. So now this Pilot, there's a lot of reserved parking up at the entrance and by the fuel island. Then they've just got this row back here, and then the row in the center, as you can see. Not a ton of parking. A little inefficient use of space, in my opinion, but that's not my problem. I got my nice little spot back here in the corner. There weren't really a ton of open spots. There's maybe 2 or 3 in that center there. There was probably another couple down here, and then maybe half the reserve spots. So, and it's already, it's 5:30? Yeah, that's not good. But I am back here in the corner, good old Maverick next to me. And due to my obvious previous work experience with Maverick, clearly a Maverick trailer based on the logo and trailer numbering, and of course it's got the maroon straps. So I'm out here parking in between the two. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna go inside and see what's going on. It's been an hour and a half. There's a guest ahead of me. I will take it that the showers are not working since it has not moved for an hour and a half. And by that logic, I guess I'm gonna maybe grab some Wendy's. I don't know. But as I am here, I'll give a little peek in the parking lot at how inefficient the layout is. I mean, I would say could probably fit at least double the amount of trucks that they got here. At least. But, hey, on the bright side, you can literally do straight backs into all these spots. That's something, right? Okay, back we go. So apparently the laundry is down, so the dude couldn't do the towels and everything. Went up and spoke to him, and he said that. So he was having to use the driver's laundry room to wash and clean the towels. So he said, but he just got done. And of course, right as I was walking up to my truck, I got the ding. So let's go. So you can see all that wasted space. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know who designed this, and I'm genuinely curious as to why there is so much open space here. Because I don't know. I'm being too analytical. But it is nice. It's nice, it's like hidden here in the mountains and the trees. Don't really see much, barely hear the highway. Cozy, so to speak. Obviously an updated shower. It's got both spigots, which is nice, and I'll review it later. I'm already over it, so let's try to fix this mess and see where this takes us. I can promise you that I look better, but obviously you can't see. Big downside is obviously the shower is right there, so all the water, as you're standing right here, splashes outward and all over the place and onto your stuff, and it's just terrible. Currently 3:30 in the morning. Just finished my pre-trip. It's a little brisk outside, I'll say that. And I am tired. It could be worse. but at the same time, I cannot wake up early to save my life, like, at all. If I had to get up at maybe 10 in the morning with 5 hours of sleep, that would be a whole different story than waking up at 3 in the morning with, I probably got about 6 hours of sleep. Well, actually, probably less. That's a lie. I just cannot force myself to go to bed early. All right. Oh, I think Maverick's coming back for his flatbed. Yep, there he is. Oh well. Successfully made it to the fuel stop here. Quite a few empty spots, with all things considered. I mean, I know it's 5:30 in the morning, but I figured it'd be a little bit more full. But oh well. Got all filled up here, so it's time to partake in the joy of driving in Atlanta at, I'll probably get there like 6:15 on a Monday. God. Well, successfully made it. A little bit behind schedule as there was a pretty bad traffic jam due to the construction, but oh well. Now, the one thing about this place that I absolutely despise, I think is terribly inefficient, is you go up to the guard shack, you pull up, the guy comes out, checks your trailer, he then, does all of the standard procedures, but then you have to come over here to this large parking lot next to the guard shack, and then physically walk in with your paperwork and do that whole thing. And it's like, that's not efficient, but whatever, not my problem. So I need to go do that and figure out what the plan is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to park here and take a break while I wait for my next load, or if I'm going to need to depart and go somewhere in the meantime. So we shall see. So I dropped off my trailer in the 600 section, and I am attempting to pick up this empty trailer. Let's see, 559 12296 12269. Appears to be a little bit of dyslexia going on here. In the span from my fuel stop to here and dealing with stuff here, my brain has pretty much shut down. I really want to go back to sleep, but I think that is asking for too much. I don't know. Also, I think I might go to the Morrow yard. Oh, that's going to be awful. I already know that, so hopefully I can procrastinate enough. It's 7 o'clock, so the trip planner should be in the office, but it's Monday morning, so oh hell. I said hell with it. I am not going to the Morrow yard because I don't want to deal with all that BS that I would potentially deal with there. So I came up to the Blue Beacon here right off 285 and 20. Is that where I'm at? I believe so. They got 2 dedicated trailer washout bays, so no wait or anything. That's nice. And the cashier lady was really nice, so I'll take it. And they also pre-planned me on my next trip, which is kind of a BS trip, so we will see. But I guess for that being said, since this is obviously going to be a 2-parter, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Not terrible. Could have been worse, I'll admit. A lot of things that could have gone wrong or have gone wrong in the past with similar trips did not go wrong on this trip, so I will take it. So overall, I guess I can't really complain. So that is that. Hopefully it was entertaining. Check in on the next video to see how the rest of my home trip goes. But with that, I'll see you in the next one.